Broadcast is on. Let's
Hello,
try it again.
hello.
Yeah, that's weird. Usually when
Wait for you
it'll
to
queue
connect.
up. Yeah, it's connected now. Usually it'll queue up, and you don't have to actually start it to get things going. But it is what it is. So what's going on? I'm posting.
uh,
Not much. Uh,
live and direct from Frosty, Virginia.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Boston,
Yeah, I heard
Virginia.
DC about to get it.
We had some well, depends on who you talk to. We had hail today, but it was just a little bit of
Y'all
sleet.
didn't have. We didn't have hell. I work with
I'm
y'all.
telling you what the people at my job said. They were,
You
"Oh
couldn't
my
tell
God, it's
people your
hailing."
job got issues. When I left work today, it
I
was just
said, "Wait,
a wintry mix. They got issues.
yes." I
They
said,
saw a
"Hail."
picture of snow on their phone.
And no, because we have tons of windows in our office. So,
Right.
because they were like,
They
"It's
saw
hailing," and
pictures of windows on their phones.
I looked out and I said, "I see some light flurries. Not seeing any type of situation here. I don't see the link, Pete, in the group."
I'm still putting it in.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was like,
Welcome
well,
to the
I
world of
try to have
live.
people I have to send it. I have other groups I posted in, so that's why I was
I
like, I don't see it.
understand. I told you it didn't. It's a little delayed because I'm doing it while we're actually on the air.
That's right.
I
This,
know, I
this is
know.
how
So,
live and direct. It's the only way to do it.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So they were talking about there was hail, and I was like, no, there's some flurries out the door. That's all.
Mhm.
And I came out and I said, oh, that's sleet y'all were talking about. No hail. I didn't
Sleet,
understand it. I
snow.
was highly amused. I
In
was highly
southern
amused.
North Carolina, it's all the same. You see sleet, it's snow. You see somebody dumped an ice cube
See
from a
somebody
cup on
spill
the
some flour.
ground, it's
Spill some
snow.
flour. Somebody spill flour out the window. It's snowing.
It's snow. Dandruff, snow. It's all the same.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, excuse
Ooh,
me.
Bless you. Uh
bless
oh.
you. See? Snow.
Anyway,
Yeah, the snow didn't have anything to do with that.
but so where we gonna start? Which game you want to start with?
Um,
Carolina.
Well, other than the first half, nothing really
All
happened
of
else.
Lanice's posts anti Panthers.
okay,
There you
listen.
go.
I am not
There you go.
anti-Panthers.
You
I
was fussing. You was
it's
fussing out the grounds crew. You fussing out everybody.
I'm
It's just
I am
oh god,
anti-Panthers
I'm dying.
fan.
I was like, I can't even reply to this stuff. You killing me right now.
You see, I
I am
didn't.
I didn't
anti-Panthers
either.
fans, and so therefore I like to antagonize the
You sure
would-be
tried to.
Panthers fans. And
You did
so,
a very good
but
job.
I do what I can for the people. I like to
Is
antagonize them because
Rodney
people are
still cool with you? Cause you was Roger,
Yeah, Rod is still he's still
Roger.
cool. Rod, yeah, he's still cool with me
Okay.
because he understands my plight when I explained that it's not the team because honestly the hard hitting defense, all of that, that's the type of football I like to watch. So they play the style of football for the most part that I enjoy watching the best. It's the people that are allegedly your fans that get on my nerves. Like, for example, my coworker that walked in the building with the flag up from the car, waving it over people's heads, screaming Super Bowl. Sir, sir, sit down. How about them Cowboys? Because that's who you really pull for. And just like today, somebody was asking him and said, "So what do you like? Who do you pull for when the Cowboys and the Panthers play? Like, what do you do? Does your head explode? Do you have a split jersey?" That's the type of shenanigans that I'm dealing with here in Charlotte. So
Well, that's exactly why, and I get why people were trying to, yeah, Colts fan and all that. But I make it very clear to people when the Colts play the Dolphins, I have on the Dolphins as much as I can't stand them suckers. Sometimes I wore my Dolphin stuff at every game that they played in that dome or in the RCA dome and in the Lucas Oil thing. So I get where you're coming from. You get these cats, they like to
yeah,
bounce around just
yeah,
because it's
they
the hot
have
team. I mean,
absolutely no
I'm
authority.
gonna root for the local team because it's good for the economy. But at the same time, you're a fan of the fan. I'm a fan of whatever team I am. So
It depends on
and
what city I lived in. I mean, there's some places if I
Yeah.
move, there's no earthly way, shape, or form or fashion I'll root for that particular organization.
Well, we both
No.
know that
There's
we're
some
never going to root for the
cities that,
Redskins ever again. So I understand where you're
well,
coming
no,
from.
well, I'll put it this way. Actually, I have no animosity whatsoever to the Redskins. I
I
just
do.
not a fan of. Like, it didn't bother me
Uh-uh.
in the least that they made the playoffs. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, they made the playoffs. They're gonna lose in the first. No, they're gonna lose in the second round. I thought
That's what
Hmm?
I thought.
they didn't
But
get that far,
but
so
yeah,
I was like, but it's not like I held a
Yeah.
parade. Yay, the Redskins lost. I mean, I don't think I
yeah,
talk much more junk about the Redskins more than the situation. If they weren't a totally dysfunctional organization, I probably wouldn't have much to say about them.
right,
But
right,
their being a dysfunctional organization registers the exact same to me as the Browns.
Hmm.
And I don't even
yeah,
dislike the Browns, but dysfunction is
Not you don't
dysfunction.
dislike the
It's funny.
Brown. Dysfunction
okay.
is dysfunction. That's
Let's
true.
get. But
So
yeah,
yeah, I don't hate the Panthers. The fans that have sucked the life out of me are the would be fans or the bandwagon fans, whatever it is you want to call them.
Well,
They
you
are
got
the
to
ones that
remember
have
it's
sucked
a
the
it's
life
a
out of
region that they're still kind of getting used to this football thing.
me.
they've been
And
getting
because
used
they
to
are
it since
ridiculously
1995.
uneducated.
Well, considering that even
They're
through
getting
1995 for the
ridiculously
large,
uneducated about football,
yeah, I
Pete. It's
mean,
really
even through
terrible.
1995, still Panthers was just something to do until Carolina and ACC basketball season.
True.
They've made the
So
Super Bowl and been close twice.
they did. Most
That's
of them
not an
didn't even know.
excuse. I'm
Most
not.
of them
No,
didn't even
I'm not
know.
buying that. I'm going with the theory that you just got some bandwagon but fans.
Dude,
It's
you act
simple.
like
Ain't
you ain't
nobody
living
getting
North.
used to nothing.
You act like we
They
ain't
didn't
living
played
North.
at
I
the
lived
Super
in North
Bowl and
Carolina for
they've been to 2
6 years.
NFC championships. They ain't got
I
no
All
lived in
facts.
excuse.
North Carolina for six
Wait,
years.
all facts, Pete. And do you know
You
how many
lived in. I
people
lived
that
there for
are
10 years. What's your
Yeah, I
point?
don't see how you seeing the
no
same
wait,
thing
but
about these
Pete,
people than I am.
no wait, but Pete, the thing that you pointed out about them having been to a Super Bowl and they've been to the NFC Championship twice,
It won't
do
the
you know
Final
how many
Four.
people that are allegedly fans that don't know that?
It
They
won't the
can't give
Final
you
Four.
any type of
Well,
team history.
what
None.
I'm saying is, I know what you're saying. I'm saying is that these fans that you're talking about right now obviously are like in their 20s because none of them. That means they're not real fans yet. Like you said, they've not gone through the process of seeing, all of the years going by. But I'm not gonna say North Carolina as a whole. Man, forget no
As a
man. They
whole,
I
just
as
didn't
a whole,
say
bandwagon.
North
sixty
They
Carolina
percent,
just
as a
bandwagon
whole.
fans.
60%.
That's what your partner said right there next to you in the screen, right here.
That
This one.
guy over here.
60%.
That guy right there.
That
I'm not
guy.
buying that, man. 1995, the first damn year they was in the league, they made it to the NFC
No, the
Championship game.
second year. The second
Well,
year.
second year.
Second
Oh,
year.
second
Second
year.
year.
Oh,
Hey, look, I know that, and a lot of them don't.
and they should have
Yeah,
won the Super Bowl
exactly.
that they was in. They could have really won 3 or 4 plays one way or the other. They win that game. So, hey,
Aaron Adam Vinatieri. And why did he never get MVP? But I digress.
but
But
see, don't start the Adam Vinatieri conversation because then I'm gonna go back to Blair Walsh and talk about how all this we never talked about Tom Brady not scoring a game-winning touchdown because why? Because Adam Vinatieri made the damn kick. Because he made the kick. If he misses the kick, we might talk about Tom Brady not scoring a touchdown, or we might just say Adam Vinatieri, you missed the kick. Anyway, back to the Panthers. Um, yeah,
back
they
to the
could have lost
Panthers.
that
Okay.
game. They could have lost that game because they really, Cam Newton, what did he say? They got butt tight or something. He said, said
That
the
But
sounds
he
about
said they
right.
got. Here's my thing. He said they got butt tight in the second half.
I don't
Sounds
No,
know.
about
y'all
right.
scored. Y'all scored your last points about 6 minutes into the second quarter. So for 2.5 quarters, you did absolutely nothing. They are
Before,
streaky, which they've been streaky all season long, which is why I've never been like, yeah, I'm all in on the Panthers and I really believe that they can do this thing. Because I'm never sure which one is showing up at which time and at which half.
I just
That
presume the
no
team that
fan.
won 15 games is going to
Well,
show up.
but my point is, I'm about to say, Lenise, obviously, enough of the streaks got them to 15-1 for some reason, and they playing the Cardinals. And the only thing I'm gonna say
They are
about the
the
Cardinals,
benefactors of a ridiculously weak division, which is where the most of those
That's not
wins
new
stacked
in
up
the
from.
NFL.
The Patriots
And
are in
The
the same
Patriots are
position.
in the same position.
okay, but the Patriots have been benefactors of a ridiculously weak division for a long
How
time.
many
But
how
Let's
many
we,
give
but
Super
we never,
Bowls
credit.
did the
but we never say
49ers?
the
How many Super
Patriots.
Bowls did the
But we never
49ers
say the
win off of
Patriots are. But we never take the credit away from the Patriots. We continue to give them
Well, now it
credit.
depends on who you talk to and at what time, on whether or not that's actually true. I've had lots of conversations with people that actually think that the Patriots are the benefactors of a
Oh,
ridiculously weak
we've said
we
it.
division,
can we can
It's
all
well
agree that the
and
Patriots.
it's
and
well.
have made that argument and have taken credit from them. So yeah, that conversation can be had. But at any rate, on top of which, and I still and had Pete Carroll, who for some reason is just seems to be out coaching himself here recently. Sir, take the points at the end of the first half. Take the points.
I'm not
Don't go
mad at
for it on
that.
4th and 5. Kick the field goal.
I'm
Kick
not
the field
mad at
goal.
that. I'm not mad at that
But
though.
he
You're
kicked
down
it, and he
31 to
kicked the
nothing. At
field
that
goal.
point,
The
what did you
game
have to
goes to
lose?
overtime.
But I'm not mad at that coaching move. I guess my point is,
Well, no,
let's just
I'm not
call.
saying it was an awful coaching move. I'm just saying when you have no points, taking some points is better than going in with no points, and it
But
sets you up differently.
that's
All
not how.
things
See,
considered.
but you talking about a team that has never played. When have
I
you ever
know that's
seen?
not how they
I'm about to
play.
say Seattle plays on the edge, and they usually pull it off. That's how they
Yeah,
play.
like essentially
And they've
they
never
ran
been
out
on
of
the edge
time.
of 31 to
Seattle,
nothing.
Seattle, Pete Carroll and Mike Tomlin are the two coaches I know that plays on the edge. They unorthodox. They do a lot of things different.
And
And
your man in Arizona
Bruce
with
Arians
the
is
throwing
over
the
there.
Bruce
Bruce
Arians.
Arians has been known to do a few things here and there. You're
Well,
right.
he did it this weekend when they had the lead and all they needed to do was run down the clock and he had them still throwing and stopped the clock and gave Green Bay 2-3 minutes
All
to
they
tie the
needed,
game up.
he gave them all the
Yeah,
time,
that's
just
all they
all they
needed.
Yeah,
needed.
because they didn't have to use any of their timeouts because they were throwing the ball.
But it
However,
was
I
all
did.
but it was all in Bruce Arians' master plan because he knew that
Hey,
he knew that the coin wasn't going to flip, and he knew that
stop
the Packers defense would eventually become the
The
Packers
Packers
defense.
defense,
defense.
the
Well, now,
defense that the Redskins were
but
expecting to
even
see last
before
week.
then, when they
Right.
talked to him after the game, Bruce
Previn, that
Arians
is
was like, "This is
absolutely
how
true.
we've played all year long. I wasn't going to change how we played." I respected that.
Hey,
Here's how we
Doug,
throw
if
the
you go,
ball.
as I said, I quoted one of my former coworkers when he was leaving the company, and basically he
Okay.
was saying his quote: "If you're gonna go out, you might as well go out smoking."
Look,
I can't
If I if
believe
I
she
I
can
know.
left.
if I can interject here for a second on week schedules, let us not forget that the San Francisco 49ers won how many Super Bowls out of the NFC West when they only had, was it three other opponents when everybody else had four?
And
And
let's be real. And let's be real.
Rick
Let's be
Riley once referred to the NFC West of the 1970s as 80s as the worst division in the history of professional sports. We're talking about a lot of Saints. We're talking about a lot of Falcons. We're talking about a lot
if
of Rams who are
if
only
you
good for 2 years and 20 years,
if
3
you
years and
really
20
think
years.
That's
if
true.
you really think about it, there's been
We've
probably
had this
70,
discussion
eighty
before.
percent of teams that have made it to the Super Bowl. I'll guarantee if you go back and look at their schedules and their divisions, they probably I think about the 85 Bears. The Vikings weren't no good. The Lions damn sure weren't no good. And the Packers weren't really that
Kind of
great. They
middle
had
of the
what? The
road.
Magic
Yeah.
Man? I
No,
mean,
McCaskey,
what I'm
I
no,
don't.
saying,
but
what
McCaskey
I'm
wasn't
saying
playing for
I
them
is,
don't.
yet.
I'm sorry. The '85 Bears in their division is a little fuzzy for me. Sorry.
but what, no, what I'm
Got
saying
nothing.
It
is,
was
all
fuzzy
I'm
for everybody
saying
who had to play them.
but my point is that I think over the years there have been teams that have taken advantage of the process, and they like, you know what? So what? We got a bunch of Jets and Dolphins and Bills. If they don't want to get better, we just beat them, win 12
And
games, and
beat them and
Lenise,
and
take
don't
we're
take
that.
automatically in the
Lenise,
second
don't get
round.
mad and start typing at me in all caps. But what was the combined record of opponents when the Eagles last made the Super Bowl? It was like what, 0.1%?
I'm not gonna get mad and type at you in all caps at
Yeah.
all.
I
So I
mean,
think, so I think
they
what we're,
Not
rode.
at all.
but
There
I
was
think
two
what we're,
teams in that Super Bowl that
I think,
rode bad
but
easy
I think,
schedules.
yeah, but I think what we're saying is that Carolina, in some people's eyes, still have another level to prove, and then if they beat the Cardinals, at that point, I mean, I guess it is what it is. They'll
Well,
be
the
in the
only
Super
thing they
Bowl,
can
but
do to prove is win the Super
it's just
Bowl, and
win.
if they win it,
It's just
somebody's
win.
still going to say whatever. And I'm like, well, what makes the
No, if they
Mavericks
win.
different than
If they
anybody
win this,
else?
the Cardinals is a solid football team. If they beat the Cardinals and they beat them, if they beat the Cardinals, if they control the game, like even though the Seahawks were coming back, it was one of those things where you knew the Seahawks couldn't make any more mistakes. Like they couldn't make another mistake. They couldn't have a stop, because they were just so far behind. If they do anything similar to that to the Cardinals, I don't have anything to say but go Cam. Get your ring, bro.
I got
Get
nothing to
it.
say now.
I mean, get your ring. I love the
I
fact if
mean,
Carson
again,
Palmer make it,
I don't
I
dislike
like
the
Carson Palmer.
Panthers.
I like
Like I
Larry
said, I
Fitzgerald.
don't dislike the Panthers, but the fact of the streaky play and all of that stuff, I'm like, I can't go all in. I can't.
That's
Like I
fine.
said, I'm going
So
to streak them
that's
at
Nobody's
that's
mad
all I'm
at you.
15
saying.
games, and if they
Nobody's mad
lose,
at you. I,
yeah,
I I honestly believe that I guess in the NFC, I'm not really. I'm a fan of Larry Fitzgerald and Carson Palmer too. So, but I kind of do feel that Cam, and I'm in South Carolina. It's pretty much. I mean, I know a lot of people that have had season tickets for a long time down here. They are all in on them Panthers. So, and they're
well, why
not Dallas
shouldn't they
Cowboy
be?
fans.
Well, they got
Well,
no reason not to be.
they ain't got no reason to be. But let's turn our tables on another Peyton Manning Tom Brady matchup. I mean,
Oh
I
God.
Yeah,
mean,
I'm almost like, do I have to watch this?
I was like, do we have to?
I don't even know
Brady
what's going to
Manning,
happen.
17. I'm like, oh, who cares?
I don't even know what's going to happen. Like, I don't know.
Do we have to?
I
Should we
don't
just pick
know
a
if Peyton
winner for
Manning's
that
going to
one?
go out there and blow a tire or throw for 600 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Or blow
don't.
a tire?
I'm saying you don't, and then you don't know. Tom Brady might just say, you know what, I'm good. Or he might go out there and try to throw for 1,000 yards.
So can we
I
just
can't
pick
even
a
call that one.
winner? Can we just pick who we think is going to win on that one and not even try to figure it out?
I
Because
mean,
I don't want to I don't want
I'm
to
going
turn
with
into ESPN on the whole Brady versus Manning thing again, and is this the
Brady
I'll go with
Manning,
both
halftime?
home.
And
I'm
17.
going with both home teams,
it's all too much.
and only because they're both home teams. That's it. Honestly, I don't have.
Okay.
I'm going with Carolina because I think Carolina's a little bit better than the Panthers. I mean, than the Cardinals. But the Bronco Patriot game, that's a toss up to me. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. I can see a
It depends.
blowout. I can see
Well,
a blowout. What I don't see is the Broncos blowing them out. I don't see that. I don't see that. I see the
Don't blow
Broncos,
them out.
but but
but I
oddly
can see
enough,
Brady blowing them out though.
Mm.
I can see
oddly
that.
enough, Tom Brady performs in Denver like he does in Miami. Like that's not his place to play. He doesn't. If you look at the numbers,
Huh?
like that's not his place to
Didn't they win
play
in Denver last
in
year?
Denver.
No.
No.
That's right. Denver got knocked out by
No.
the Colts. That's right.
The
Yeah.
Colts beat them.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
So
No, they played in Denver. They
that's not
played in
his.
Denver 2 years ago and
And
lost.
lost. They lost to Denver too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the regular season, they played what in Denver and lost
Hmm.
Yeah.
in that game, overtime game or whatever. But yeah, well,
That's
I'm with you, Lenise.
that's
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
that's just not his. That's not his place to play. So going on that, I don't know. I'm taking Denver, but I'm taking Denver not necessarily because I have like an overabundance of faith that they'll get it done, but just because I don't like the Patriots. Like I am strictly picking on this game because I don't like the Patriots. And God, if I could have a Super Bowl Sunday that is free of the Patriots, I'm happy.
Well,
That's good for me.
The reason why the Patriots are back where they are is because I'm blaming the Dolphins because they weren't supposed to be there. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I'll blame the
I
Dolphins
had to
too.
get
I'll
that in,
co-sign
Fred.
on
I'm sorry, I had to get that in.
that.
That's my
I'll
logic.
take. I'll co-sign that. Or we could, the Jets. I mean, somebody just
Oh
epic
no, the
fail.
Jets. No, we thought the Jets was up. We ready to
I don't know what everybody's talking about the
turn
Jets. They
the
overachieved.
corner.
I
They
want to
turned
see
the
the.
corner.
Get
They
over
just
it.
turned
I
backwards
was.
and looked the same
Hey,
way.
hey, hey, hey. In Dollar's absence, I was just trying to hype up his team. That's all. Dollar's absence, trying to
He
hype
don't
up his
need our
team.
help. Shout out to Dollar.
No, you don't. Dollar would tell you right now. You would just be like Eric Decker, and he would just move on.
And move
Eric
on.
Decker.
I'm gonna
He does
go
not
with
like Eric Decker.
He
the
can't stand
Panthers
him.
this week. Um, it's a good matchup, but I think they can get people into Carson Palmer's face and have Carson Palmer looking like the Carson Palmer we saw for the first 3 quarters of last week's game. Who was the Carson? I was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so this is the Carson. I was wondering where this guy was because
Let's
I
see.
don't know who this dude has been on this week.
No,
Oh,
That's
okay.
not.
no, stop
Well,
it,
now see,
stop it.
I
Carson's
think
a good dude.
now
Carson is
while
like
he
the
did
new,
play
he's the new
bad,
Kurt Warner.
while he did play poorly, if you will, the first 3 quarters of the game, really, I really feel like a lot of that was the ghost in his head. I've never won a playoff game. All the
And he
pressure was
almost
on
he
him.
almost held serve.
He almost held serve, but almost doesn't count, Prev, only in horseshoes.
Right.
So he won,
Grenades.
and now really that pressure of never having won a playoff game is gone. So
Okay.
I feel
Mm,
like
Okay.
the jitters and the ghost in the head and the closet and all that stuff. I feel like that's not going to be as much of a factor this weekend as it
Yeah,
was
but that
last
wasn't that
weekend.
also wasn't against the Panthers in Carolina either.
It wasn't, but I still feel like he's going to play better this weekend than he did last weekend. I
Okay.
just
And don't get me wrong, it would be nothing but lovely to see your boy Larry Fitz in another Super Bowl.
because
Perhaps
I
even
love
win
Larry
it. And we
Fitzgerald,
know you do.
and there are some
and just to
guys you
think,
just want to see get a ring. I
and
just
just
love
think they
Larry
weren't,
Fitzgerald,
and just think they almost didn't re-sign this dude. They
and
thought he was
it
done.
makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. That dude is
Yeah, like Ryan
amazing.
Lindley wouldn't almost end anybody's career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
So
so
true.
yeah, so I went with the Panthers. And let's face it, it's kind of like going to see Star Wars and there's no dark side of the Force. You gotta have the Patriots in there.
Not there's no
No,
I
dark
mean,
you
side
come
of the
on,
don't.
man.
force.
What would be Star Wars without the dark side?
No, you don't have to have
Speaking
the
of which, I haven't
Patriots.
even seen the new Star Wars.
You
I'm so
don't
I
There's a
have
dark
to have
side.
the Patriots.
There's a
there's
dark side, I
always
can
a
guarantee
dark
you
side
that.
in Star Wars. Yes,
You don't
there's
have
always a
to
If,
dark
have
if
the
you're
side.
not gonna
Patriots.
root for the Patriots, then you definitely want somebody to root against. I mean, come on. If it comes down to Denver and Carolina, that's like almost nobody to root against, which is kind of like having nobody to root for.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just two
Okay,
benevolent forces. It's like Luke
or
Skywalker
or
and
is,
Chewbacca
you
duking
feel
it
the
out.
same way about Arizona versus Denver, just two benevolent forces. It's okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like it's Denver and whoever comes out of the NFC. It's just like it's like Mario versus Luigi.
You're terrible. That's
Why
just
do we keep
terrible.
putting him on the show?
No,
The rating.
he's
I was like, why do we
nothing
keep
I
putting him
can
on the
do.
show?
I think he's copyrighted.
Oh,
I don't know.
I've only
He's got
copywritten a few statements.
he might have his own emoji. I don't
oh
know.
Lord.
No, no, none
Ice
of the
water
above.
emoji.
You
Is
got
it
one
with
out.
or without the hoodie? If he has his own
What's an
emoji.
emoji? By the way, what's an emoji? Because I don't ever use them.
Never mind.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
nah, I mean,
I'm not.
so who got hired? Trip Kelly got hired.
Chip Kelly got hired by the 49ers. Oh, by the way, I'm taking the Cardinals. I don't think I ever said that. I'm taking the Cardinals and the Broncos. But Chip Kelly got hired by the 49ers. Not sure why they just didn't keep Harbaugh if they're going to hire Chip Kelly, but what do I know?
They didn't keep Harbaugh because he was cussing people out every day. You can't just go into work and get cussed out and think it's okay.
Chip Kelly was telling the owner, "I ain't coming to your Christmas party."
Basically,
I
he
was like, okay, Pete, I'm waiting for you to say something. He was allegedly Harbaugh, wasn't nice to the people in the office. He
was
was
cussing them
bad with
out.
He was
relationships
cussing
with
out the
people.
he was cussing out the
He's logging in,
secretary.
talking trash to him, telling them.
Right. So and and he was hard headed and fought with them about player personnel. He didn't relate to all the players allegedly and all this other stuff. I'm sorry, Chip Kelly, Harbaugh. What's the dish? What's the issue? Okay, same dude, same guy.
Hmm.
One's just shorter
Did
and
Harbaugh
rounder.
win a Pac-12 championship?
Did he
Uh,
what?
Did Harbaugh ever win a Pac-12 championship at
No.
Stanford? That's what I'm wondering. You asked what's
I
the
don't think
difference.
so.
I'm like,
I don't think so. I don't think
No.
either one of them ever won a
Chip Kelly,
championship in college.
honestly, Chip Kelly in San Francisco is no relevant. It is what it's like. He's gonna do pretty much what he probably did with the Eagles. They'll
the only
win
thing I thought was funny when you hear
9, 10
all the
games. I
talk.
don't know if it'll be enough in that division. He might
Everybody's
win
talking
eight or
about
nine
how
games.
how this is going to be the perfect fit for Colin
No,
Kaepernick. I
I
was
don't know about all that.
like Colin Kaepernick could still get traded to FC Barcelona for all we know. We don't know
Oh,
what's.
We don't know what he
Yeah,
gonna
we
do
don't know what
because
he's gonna
Say
do.
FC
you don't know
Barcelona, really?
what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
You
but
don't know what's gonna
allegedly
happen.
he's going. There's going to be a resurgence. That's what they're selling you right now. There's going to be a resurgence now that Chip Kelly
How many
is.
games did they win last year?
I
Like
don't know,
four?
If
4,
they
I
win
think.
five, that's a resurgence.
There's definitely a resurgence.
No, they're talking
That's,
about a resurgence of Colin Kaepernick, not
If
I
they
can
necessarily.
win
see Colin. I
five,
can see Colin Kaepernick bouncing back, but I don't see that
because he
team
couldn't do a
doing
lot
winning.
worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
about to say he
I
sat the
think he would
whole
be.
rest of
Yeah,
his.
He a good fit in
if he
that
starts the whole season, that's a bounce back.
He's gonna win. You know what? He'll win comeback player of the year if he show up. So I mean,
Oh
If he makes
God!
the roster, if he's not traded for a
right? If he makes
linebacker,
the roster, they're gonna give him comeback player of the year. So
Shut up!
how many people sign a
Shut.
contract and then a year later they bench? Like it's just terrible. Quarterbacks are just terrible.
It's not even a year later, Brett. He got benched the same year he signed the contract.
And another
mm,
quarterback should have got benched with him in Miami. I'm gonna stop going back there. I'm sorry. Um,
Let it go. Let
I'm
it go. Have you
trying
seen
to, and
Frozen?
they
Have you
won't
seen
let him
Frozen?
go.
Let it go.
They won't let it go. And actually, I
No, I'm
haven't
talking
seen the
about
movie all
you
the way
letting it go.
through.
You letting it
No,
go.
I haven't. I haven't seen. You got to go with another analogy. I don't even. Nope. I don't know. But no, I'm just saying, Colin Kaepernick will be fine. He just got. I mean, it is what it is. He just caught some feelings and got a little ahead of himself and kissed his bicep too many times, and now he's
Just one too many times.
gotta reel it back in, get that humble, be humble, get back to the drawing board, and start running again.
He really doesn't seem like the humble kind, but okay.
yeah, just
I bet you his butt. He'd be humble. I bet you that butt is warm from sitting on that
I
sitting on
bet it's
that
asleep.
pine.
I don't think it's warm at all. I bet it's asleep.
His butt is numb.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that's horrible.
His
That's
butt
not.
is
That's
numb.
not nice. That's not kind. That's none of that stuff.
ESPN hasn't even invited him back. It's like, dude, you ain't even playing. You can't come back.
See.
Sports Nation, like, why did we have this dude on last year? They just messed, bro. Wasted tape. Anyway,
So Sport Nation, but I digress.
but yeah, Chip Kelly be fine, man. He's just the same as any other big name. They don't want to take it, man. Whatever. It is what it is. He's on the West Coast again. Blah blah blah. It is
Yeah,
what it
whatever.
is. They'll be fine. I don't even care. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna be good enough to win the division for at least another 3 or 4 years. So it ain't no thing. You can't lose. You can't lose. What four Pro Bowlers in a year on defense,
And be
and all of a
good.
sudden, and then turn around and expect to be.
You're not
One
going.
dude
You don't get
retire.
better from that.
One dude can't stop drinking and driving. One dude retire. Two dudes
Yeah, I thought they
retire.
had two retired. They
Two
had two
dudes
retired.
retire, and then another dude you didn't sign after he had an injury. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You lost four Pro Bowlers in a year, the
You're not
same
getting better
year.
from that.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
not
come
gonna
back from that.
happen.
You don't come back. Well, don't tell the owners. Okay, don't tell the owners
I'm
because they
Well,
just
don't
the
want.
owners
saying,
didn't want those guys to retire. That's for sure.
Well,
man,
no, but don't tell them that they weren't supposed to be good after that happened
man.
because that's not what they
Sometimes
were
you
there
just
to
gotta go into the season just knowing. I mean,
do.
trust me, the Cleveland Browns
I
know
think they
every
knew.
year
I
when
mean,
they go
you
into the
don't really
season,
think
they know they
baseball
was like, we're not gonna be good.
is the long-term solution, do you?
No, that's not true because every year Jason is, he's feeling
No,
good about it.
that's
He's
Jason.
feeling.
Jason feels good about anybody from Ohio.
Okay,
Okay. Jason feels good about
he's
the
the
Isley
only one.
brothers. I
He's
mean,
the
I'm
only.
just saying, anybody from
Okay.
Ohio, he feels good about them.
Oh
You
gosh.
know what I'm saying? Yes, he's the yeah. Anyway,
Shout out to Jason
Who else got
Simmons.
hired? Shout out to Jay Sims. Who else got hired? Somebody got hired.
Um, Peterson.
Um, who's the coach for Detroit?
Hey, who that? Who?
Detroit's coach. Since he didn't get fired, I
He
guess
didn't
that
get
counts as a
fired. They
hire.
Detroit?
decided to keep him.
They had a press conference to announce that they weren't
Oh,
firing him.
they kept Jim Caldwell.
Yeah, they
Caldwell,
kept
yeah.
they said, "Yeah, we've done an
Why
evaluation,
would they
decided not
fire
to."
him? They
Because
had no need to
they
fire
brought in
him.
because they brought in a new GM, and normally the new GM never keeps the coach that he didn't hire. So I figure he's got one more year. He'll fire him next year.
They had to make an announcement that they weren't firing him.
Why? So let
If
me
he just
ask you a
kind of
Everybody
question.
thought
showed up,
he
if
was
he
on
just
the
kind of
hot
showed
seat.
up for
But no,
work
let me
in
ask this question.
Everybody
OTAs,
thought
we'd
he was on the
assume he
hot
wasn't
seat.
fired.
Educate me, or give me your opinion. Let me ask this question. I'm gonna ask the elephant in the room question for me. Why is
Mhm.
it that it has to be that way, that the GM and the coach have to be joined at the hip?
I
Well, I
don't
mean,
know. I
what's your
never said that.
opinion on that?
I never agreed with that either.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't understand why two grown ass men can't sit down.
Can't work together. I don't know.
Right, we
That's
do it all the
never made
time.
any sense to
We do it
me.
all the time. New people in your group. You go to a different job. You go to a different company.
Right. I
My
don't know,
paycheck
but
is still
that was the whole thing with Caldwell, is that they were like they were bringing in the GM and he's not the GM that hired him, and so he's probably going to be terminated. They're going to talk to him and they're probably looking. And I was like, well, why? I didn't understand the rationale for that, but apparently the GM and the coach have to be, BFFs for it to work. I don't know.
I'm gonna go and point to. I'm gonna go back to the an example that we're speaking about, like we're talking about professionals. And the older I get, the more I realize there's very little professionalism in terms of professional sports. No, for real. Who was the GM the Dolphins had that asked about my boy if his mom was a prostitute?
I can't remember
oh
who
for the
that GM
Panthers.
was.
Yeah, no, for the
No, for the
No,
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Dan, he
For
has
the
Des
Dolphins.
Bryant.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
asked Dez
he
Bryant
asked
if his
Des
mom was a
Bryant if his
prostitute.
mom was a prostitute, but I can't remember who the GM was.
And I'm thinking to myself, I know his name, but it's
Was
just
it
I can't.
Ireland?
Yeah,
Was that
Jeff Ireland.
Ireland?
Jeff Ireland.
Jeff
Okay,
Ireland.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys
Why
like
would you
that,
ask that?
it
Why
didn't,
would you
no,
ask
didn't
that?
it makes you, no, I don't want to know why would he ask that. I want to know, why does he have that job? How does somebody who would ask a question like that ascend to this level? How do guys who behave like this, so they come in, they get hired by this pro team, and they want to come in and mark their territory like the new lion, and they want to kill all the cubs and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, did you ever stop to think that perhaps that guy, that coach, wasn't the problem, and he was just working with a sack of crap that the previous GM gave him?
And that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I understand.
So basically, like I said,
Yeah.
to me, it's an exhibition largely in amateurish behavior where people don't take the time to figure out exactly why they're being hired to
Yeah.
this job, much less they're just so busy trying to put their name on everything. And, it's my team. I'm here to kick tail and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Right.
And I'm like, no, man, you're a general manager of a professional franchise. Your job
You
is to
should.
put people in position to win.
Right. You need to get
Right.
me good players. That's your job. But yeah, but Caldwell kept his job and they announced they had the press
Hold on,
conference.
Denise, I'm sorry. While I'm on my rant, remember I'm a Bears fan,
Uh-oh.
so I
Uh-huh.
watched a new GM fire a coach that won 10 games to hire a guy that was so good that nobody else in the NFL would give him a job, and he was in Canada. I'm
Hmm.
just saying, on what spectrum of the professionalism level do you wake up and think this is a good idea?
None.
Because in my field of work, people get, well, he got fired eventually, but in my field of work, you don't last long making decisions like that.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I'm done. Thank you.
You done? You feel better? Ooh, you
Not
and
really.
Peter are on one this evening. It's so nice not to
What
be the
I do?
angry girl.
Oh, I'm
I was
cool.
calm. I wasn't even speaking
No,
in all caps.
I was
No.
just always baffled at the fact that every time somebody says a new GM is hired, the coach got to get fired, or if or something like that. I'm just like, to me, it's just you got two grown people. They should be able to figure it out.
Well, maybe
You
one of them
know,
ain't grown.
that's true.
Maybe. Well,
But I mean, I get all
or
that. I
maybe
get
you got
that point.
two dudes having piston
But
contests and
but
he's
you
not
did
going to
hire
fix it.
him at the beginning. So if you think one of them are not grown, that's the one should be fired.
Right.
I mean, that's just
Well,
how.
not
I mean, if I'm
hired.
the owner and I look up and I'm like, okay, I got one acting a fool and one trying to figure this thing out.
I'm gonna get
I'm
rid of the
probably. I
one
mean,
acting a fool.
either I'm gonna get rid of the fool or get rid of both. But I'm not gonna get rid of
Well,
keep
you,
the
you
fool.
mentioned you brought in the owners, and like, look what happened in St. Louis. Look at our friend down in Dallas, who is what? How old is Jerry?
But Jerry
80?
don't count. He's an
I
anomaly.
had you say that
Is he?
count. Come on, Pete.
He's
He's
an
the owner.
anomaly. He's the
But
owner,
he's the owner. He counts.
but he's a nut. The man got a big screen TV in the stadium they can't win in. Who cares?
What I'm saying is, you got 32 owners, and probably 20 of them behave like 25-year-old kids.
And that's the
True.
point. A lot of them are billionaires. They don't give 2 cents of a damn. I get that.
Right.
What I'm saying is,
So that
take.
points to further the behavior of the general manager they hire.
Yeah, I guess you're
True.
right.
True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
Point.
yeah. But
Point
that's
well
what I said.
taken.
Jerry, most of them are billionaires. They don't give a damn. The,
Why
the
would
three
they?
people, the three people that just won the band on Powerball, looking at walking down the street with their pants down, talking about look at my butt. Probably, they don't care. That's what the owners be saying. Whatever. Who cares?
Oh God! Stop it! I can't.
I'm just saying, man. But anyway.
I can't. I can't with you.
You heard it here on the Double S Project first. Somewhere Jerry Jones is sitting somewhere with no pants on.
Talking about
As
some boy.
disturbing of an image as that is for everyone, please try to unsee that.
But
Now that you,
remember,
now
there's
that you
that
had
picture.
that
Sunday
Remember
visual,
that picture of
football.
Don Sterling. There's that picture of
Yeah.
Donald Sterling sitting up in there in his drawers.
yeah,
Oh
all
yeah.
things that I can never unsee. That I wish.
Yeah.
This is
I
what
wish.
billionaire in America looks like.
It
This
happens,
is
man.
that's the new hotness.
That's the
Billionaire in
hotness right
America.
there.
No, it's old hotness because it's old money.
There's no sending it underwear, doing the whipping and nay nay. Anyway.
Oh God, stop it! Stop it!
Anyway.
You are
Oh,
crazy.
real quick, Prev. The tennis fixing match thing, man. I was looking. I was.
Man, I only got to read like a few paragraphs of that before little voices like
I
"Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," and I was like, and it got so much response. I was like, at some point, I'm gonna get back to reading this thing.
But not
Yeah,
so much.
I was looking at the Australian Open. And they basically had all the the players up there, the Mary Jo Fernandez, the Chris Everts, the Pam
Mhm.
Shrivers, the John McEnroe. I mean, what's his brother's name? Not John McEnroe. I can't even
Patrick
think of his
Oh,
McEnroe.
brother's name.
Patrick
I can't.
Yeah, that
McEnroe.
dude. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, baby
Yeah,
McEnroe.
they had him on there. Yep. So they was basically going at it, man. They was talking about Brad Gilbert, and they was just like, man, shoot, there's a bunch of cats out there. He said, where there's smoke, there's fire. That's it. He's like, we won't see. But they basically said, bottom line, they just said it's at the point too where you may have some guys like Djokovic and all these guys have admitted that people have come up to them and asked, and they was like, putting their hands up like, well, no. But then they said there's been these guys at a level, that's been told, you do it or we're threatening your family type stuff.
Hmm.
And got these
Oh
cats
wow.
out here blowing the first, sets and stuff so that people can win certain bets. And I got to laughing because I'm not trying to call Serena out or any other of the champions, but how many times have you watched a match with a person that was a heavy favorite and you see them lose the first set? Like, what the heck are they doing? And then they come back and just blow the person out in the next 2 sets or next 3 sets or whatever. And they were talking about that. They were saying that a lot of these guys aren't betting on the matches; they're
They're just
betting
spitting
on
on sets.
sets,
Sets.
Oh.
Yeah,
and
because
they're
matches
betting
are a
on the
lot
beginning
easier.
of
The
the match.
matches are easier to track.
Right. Yeah, they said the guys are coming up to guys saying, "Look, your first 2 games, I need you to double fault 3 times right off the top, and you'll give you a check." And you'll see guys, and they'll lose games by double, and what you're saying as a commentator? Oh, well, he's a little
He's
get
tight.
to a slow start. He's
He's
not.
out to a
Yeah,
slow
he's
start.
tight. He hasn't warmed up yet. And then next thing you
Mhm.
know, he starts playing well. But that's what they were talking about. Like there's certain parts of the match that they're telling guys or telling females to just throw it. And they said that they've been threatening people's families.
Hmm.
I was
Wow.
like, dang, go.
That's
That's
crazy.
serious. Yeah, so but they say there's a lot more to it and it's gonna come out here sooner or later. So I was
Well,
like,
we're used
oh.
to. The thing is, we're also, if you think about it, we're used to looking at fixing in terms of team sports,
That's true.
with point shaving and such, where the favorite team still wins, but the spread is made, or the game is a lot closer than it's supposed to be. And of course, it's kind of like, was that movie Blue Chips? Everybody thinks they know what they're looking at when they watch a game on TV. Yeah, man, he missed that free throw that he never misses free throw. Yeah, we've seen it. a certain NCAA semifinal back in 1990, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Oh Lord.
Um, I'm just saying, man. Two teams that met this year before, and one team beat them into Obamacare, and then the next year they can't tie their shoes against them. Or really? Is that how it works?
Right, right.
So
Well, there was a fall off in talent.
yeah, the same five guys came back and they were a
Yeah,
year older.
okay, look, hey. They're telling this story. We're just listening to it, man. All right.
Right,
So,
right. Okay, so
they are.
Nate,
We're
not
just
not
listening
not to
to it.
accuse anybody of throwing an NCAA Final Four semifinal, but yeah, we're used to tracking that. We're not used to looking at this in the prism of individual sports. So there's almost no way we could know what we're looking at when you're looking at a tennis player or a bowler.
Exactly.
No
Yeah.
clue. First of all, even just trying to follow tennis in general, highly complicated in most cases for me. I'm just like, what am I actually watching? The point
Oh,
scoring system, it's a
you
bit
got
much.
you gotta expand. You gotta expand, Lanice. You gotta expand your horizons. You gotta get with the program now. Come
I
on
mean,
now.
I watch tennis, I do, but I'm
Come
just
on.
like we're trying to
It's not like
track
you're
this.
talking golf. We get that. We've already had that on the show 3 years
But
ago, the
I
golf
do,
thing.
and maybe it's
But you
because
gotta expand.
It's
and
not.
it might be
To
because I
this.
don't sit down and like watch it. I'll be going in and out of the room, and I'll just kind of look at the numbers across the bottom, and like, okay, she's winning. So I haven't really like sat down and gotten try to
So you
figure out.
don't really know when you see a set says six, says 6-2, 7-6, 6-4. You don't
Yeah, I
really
mean,
know
I
what
know
that
who
really
won
means.
the set when I see those numbers, but how they got to those points? Nah,
So
because
you
I'm
don't
not
know.
really in
So
the
you
room
don't know.
watching
You
that.
don't know what our boy Bud Collins is saying.
Oh
You don't know
God!
what
You
Bud
don't really
Collins is
pay
talking about
attention
when he
to
says net
NASCAR.
court.
Say
Net
what?
court.
Net
You
court.
don't know what a net court is. You don't know what
Net
a.
court.
You don't
Net
know what
court.
a
I
net
I
court.
got nothing.
Net court.
I got nothing. Nope.
Come on, Denise. We got dude, got it's Google. You got too much Google and YouTube out there to not know about tennis. Come on now. Come
It's
on.
never
You
been
got
that
to.
deep to me. It really
Oh,
hasn't.
it's
Never been
not
that
that
deep to me.
bad. Tennis is actually
And it's kind of
entertaining.
it's
Tennis is highly
tennis.
entertaining.
It's very
Tennis is
entertaining.
tennis is like golf for me. Like I'm gonna watch tennis when Serena's in it and
No,
it's a good match.
No.
you
And
not
golf,
watching golf with who you want to watch golf with? Who with it? You ain't watching it with Tiger no
no,
more.
no.
Who?
I said it was like golf to
Oh,
me
it was like
because I
okay.
was
I missed
watching
that
golf
part.
when Tiger was in it. Now I'm not watching golf. I'm not checking for golf. I'm
Only
like,
reason I
okay,
watch, only reason I watch golf because of the HD and all that greenery. The HD boy, you see all that greenery on there. It's like you get caught up in the grass.
I
But
mean, maybe if I
Man, I
played
can go
golf
mow. I can
or
go mow my own
played
lawn for
tennis.
that. I'm just saying. It's
hey, that was the only reason I watch it. Like, man, look at the scenery. That HD is.
Shut up. Shut
And then,
up.
and then I'm
no.
done.
You know what though? I see. I see exactly.
Shut
No,
up.
for real.
I'm not
I
watching
see
it for
exactly
scenery.
what Pete's talking. No, because that's the only reason I first started watching the Winter X Games. I
Yep.
had just got HD TV and I switched and it was on.
Oh,
Dude,
it's amazing, ain't it?
on, on HD. I was like,
Like,
wow,
what?
my TV looks good. Look at that
So
snow.
That.
stupid.
You see that
Hey,
snow?
man.
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying, man.
That's
But
different.
okay, well, yeah, that's the gist of it, though, Prayer. But go read that article, though. Go back and
Yeah,
read it.
reread it. I'm going to reread it again for the first time.
There you
No,
go.
for real. Didn't get a chance to finish it.
All right, well, it's 10:55. I got to roll and everything.
Good
All
night, Pete.
right.
Appreciate y'all getting on and chatting again. So you said, Lanice, you going with Cardinals and Broncos?
Cardinals and Broncos. Going with Cardinals and Broncos. I would
All
love to
right.
see Larry Fitzgerald in those
I'm
uniforms.
going with Broncos and Carolina. I'm going with the home teams.
I'm going for the
And
rematch of the
Prev, you were
Nipplegate
going with
game. I'm going for a rematch of
Going for the
Nipplegate.
match. There you go. There you go.
Who's doing
Nipplegate
halftime
That
again?
was
this year.
it's Coldplay,
Uh,
Coldplay.
so they
Oh,
won't
no,
they
no,
won't take
no.
their shirts off.
Coldplay. I think,
And
but
so
Coldplay, but Beyonce is
you
supposed to be joining them,
and
and
Rihanna's
I
supposed to be
think Bruno
doing the.
Mars too.
There's a
I
good
think
chance for some nipple in that if that happens.
yeah, it's definitely a chance.
Or at
It's
least a
definitely a
couple of butt
chance.
cheeks.
Yes.
Did you? You funny
I don't
dude.
know who's
So
singing.
you
Who's
going?
singing the national anthem? Hopefully not Sierra.
I
Jesus, she's
thought it was
terrible.
Rihanna. Wasn't it? I think they finally let Rihanna come do it.
Oh,
National
she gonna
anthem.
do
I
the
don't know.
national anthem?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, Rihanna, Sierra, what's the difference at that point?
yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. Can you find somebody? Like, can we get people that actually like do power ballads? Can we get one of them to do the national anthem?
Adele is not coming. She's like, I'm
I
too
mean, we
big
do
for
have to
that.
get. Can we get
I'm
Jill
too
Scott?
big
We'll
for
take
that.
Jill Scott. Jennifer
Jill
Hudson
Scott,
again.
Jill
Let's get Jennifer
Scott,
Hudson again.
Jennifer Hudson. She shoot, is she
That's
still? I
good. We can
mean,
do Jennifer Hudson again.
again?
Why
Again,
not?
yeah.
Maybe
She did
Jordan
the national
Sparks.
anthem the year that
Whitney Houston
Beyonce
again.
did the half show. Well,
Stop it.
Trev, that's
You know
it.
what? That's it. All
Okay, good
right.
night.
Peace out.
Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.